We, in this government, will work flat out to give this country the leadership it deserves. And that work begins now. Thank you very much. Our mission is to deliver Brexit on the 31st of October for the purpose of uniting and re-energising our great United Kingdom and making this country the greatest place on earth. The right honourable gentleman has been captured, he has been jugulated, he has been reprogrammed by his honourable friends, he has been turned now into a Remainer. We have to have that backstop out of the deal. We cannot go on with the withdrawal agreement as it currently is, and everybody understands that it's dead. We need to get that message across to our friends. If they understand that, then I think we're going to be at the races. It's looking dodgy but stable is how I would describe it. I mean, they've done an amazing job. I thought it was very important to come up and see for myself the seriousness of the situation. I'm speaking to you live from my desk in Downing Street, and I want to tell you about some of the things we've been doing just in the last few days.
It's exactly like yes. So this is the centre of the jail.
Yeah. So what is that? Let me see. Is that inside the...
Yes, that's what
he's ingested it.
He's plugged it. Yes. So, as we went on, we went to the segregation.
It's a mindless and a brutal crime, and obviously all our thoughts are with his family, his friends and his colleagues. We will be ready to come out on October the 31st, deal or no deal. Our EU friends still clearly think that there is a possibility that Parliament will block Brexit. And as long as they think there's a possibility that Parliament will block Brexit, they're unlikely to be minded to make the concessions that we need. So, and you've set a very blistering timetable there of 30 days, if I understood you correctly. I'm more than happy with that.
You know who this is? Does everybody know? It's going to be a fantastic Prime Minister, I can tell you. And we're having very, very good meetings. So far, it's been really good.
We're going to do a fantastic deal once we clear up some of the obstacles in our path. We need new legislation. We've got to be bringing forward new and important bills, and that's why we are going to have a Queen's speech, and we're going to do it on October the 14th.
You all know, and I have never sought to hide the conflict that I have felt over Brexit.
This is the first ever lobby session by journalists from school newspapers, so thank you very much for being here. And I've got an announcement to make, which is that we are putting a lot more money into schools, you'll be pleased to know. Are you ready? Do you want to ask some questions? And let's get Brexit done by October the 31st. Enough is enough. The country wants this done and they want the referendum respected.
Order! Order! The noes to the left, 301.
Body language throughout this evening has been so contemptuous of this House and of the people, and for the benefit of Hansard.
The only thing that's standing in our way is the undermining of those negotiations by this surrender bill, which would lead to more dither and delay.
It came by text. It feels a little bit like something that one associates with other countries.
Next year, to simplify regulatory barriers. Yeah.
I'm not going to make any other comment, okay, other than say I'm going to my constituency today to do normal surgeries.
Do you want this government to take us out on October the 31st, or do you want Jeremy Corbyn and the Labour Party to go to that crucial summit in Brussels on October the 17th? You're right. Oh, that's all right. I'm so sorry. Sorry to bang on about Brexit so much. But anyway, it's got to be done.
Yeah, over there.
Declare the prorogation of Parliament. Desire the presence of this honourable House.
Really? No.
So are we going to leave Brexit?
Yes, October the 31st.
And what happened after the Battle of Hastings? We've moved on.
The Anglo-Saxons got totally exterminated. I mean, it was the most extraordinary cultural takeover.
The prorogue Parliament from 9th September to 14th October was unlawful, and that therefore the prorogation itself is unlawful.
I'm all in favour of our MPs.
Why are you not with them in Parliament, sorting out the mess that you have created?
We need more than just words.
Yes. I hope it's at tab 19. It does not have, I'm afraid, a page number.
The NHS has been destroyed. It's been destroyed. It's been destroyed. And now you come here for a press opportunity.
You and your office stand accused of repeatedly doing taxpayer-funded favours against official advice for a very close friend of yours, Jennifer Arcuri.
The court is bound to conclude, therefore, that the decision to advise Her Majesty to prorogue Parliament was unlawful.
Because there's been a court case in our country this morning, which I think one or two of you may have picked up on the media.
Some of your critics are saying that you should resign because you misled the Queen with regard to shutting Parliament down.
He's not, I'll tell you, I know him well. He's not going anywhere. Don't worry about him.
This Parliament is a disgrace. This Parliament is a dead Parliament. It should no longer sit.
And we stand here, Mr. Speaker, under the shield of our departed friend, with many of us in this place subject to death threats and abuse every single day.
I have to say, Mr. Speaker, I've never heard such humbug in all my life. Because the reality is...
Minister, it has been alleged that you touched the thigh of a woman at a lunch without her permission. Did you?
No, and I think what the public want to hear is about what we're doing to level up and unite the country. Thank you. What's this? Oop, oop, oop.
No disposable cups.
Parliament were a school, Ofsted would be shutting it down or putting it in special measures. If Parliament were a reality TV show, then the whole lot of us, I'm afraid, would have been voted out of the jungle by now. Let's get Brexit done. Let's finally believe in ourselves and what we can do. This country has long been a pioneer. We inaugurated the steam age, I think here in Manchester. We inaugurated the atomic age, the age of the genome.
Black Rod!
I had a very good meeting today with the Prime Minister and our teams together. Very positive and very promising. And I am now absolutely convinced that both Ireland and Britain want there to be an agreement.
Steps will be taken to provide certainty, stability and new opportunities for the financial services and legal sectors.
We aim to create a new age of opportunity for the whole country. I do think that this deal represents a very good deal both for the EU and for the UK.
From what we've read of this deal, it doesn't meet our demands or our expectations.
I hope the whole House will forgive me if I say that standing here I have a distinct sense of déjà vu.
I know how you feel. Let me say in response, Mr. Speaker, how welcome it is, even joyful, that for the first time in this long saga, this House has actually accepted its responsibilities together, come together and embraced a deal. Yeah. This is an unimaginable tragedy and truly heartbreaking. I know that the thoughts and prayers of all members are with those who lost their lives and their loved ones. As far as I can see at the moment, the Labour Party is split from top to bottom, and they can't work out whether or not they're in favour of an election, which is the thing they're supposed to be campaigning for the last 3.5 years.
Well, it sounds like you're...
Just having a listen in. Are you pleased to just... Yeah, I can say bonjour.
We are ready for an election. We're going to go out there with a very strong message of how we transform our society.
That we're not able to get Brexit done today, but let's be in no doubt what's happened. We had a fantastic deal on the table. The House of Commons voted it through, but then they voted again for delay.